The original cartoon came out in 1937. Weird. So we didn't do that this time. All of Andrew's scenes could get cut. Who knows? It's Hollywood, baby.
Can we just take a moment and talk about how Disney's live-action Snow White completely crashed and burned at the box office? With a mind-blowing $270 million budget and years of hype, it somehow ended up being Disney's biggest live-action flop of all time. And at the heart of it all, Rachel Zegler, the actress who once boldly claimed she was above the original Snow White story, is now facing the harshest backlash of her career. From one controversy to the next, Rachel went from being Hollywood's next big thing to becoming one of the most disliked stars in recent memory. We're breaking down the entire disaster, how this film fell apart, how Rachel Zegler's actions contributed to the flop, and what this means for her future in Hollywood. Let's get straight into the numbers, because they don't lie. Disney poured a staggering $270 million into this Snow White remake, factoring in production, marketing, reshoots, and PR. But when it finally hit theaters, it only managed to pull in around $43 million domestically during its opening weekend. That's the lowest opening for any of Disney's live-action remakes. That's not just a flop, that's a catastrophe. And it begs the question, what went so wrong? Well, the problems didn't start at the box office. They started long before filming even began. This production was plagued with issues. There was a major actor strike that caused delays. Then, a COVID outbreak shut things down. If that wasn't enough, a fire broke out on set, which halted production yet again. And right when the chaos seemed to be under control, in came Rachel Zegler, who made everything 10 times worse. From the moment she was announced as the lead, Rachel Zegler found herself surrounded by controversy. In interview after interview, she seemed less like someone excited to take on an iconic role, and more like someone ashamed of the very project she was leading. She called the original Snow White outdated, and even referred to the classic love story as creepy. At one point, she even called the prince a stalker.
There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her.
Yeah.
Weird.
Super weird.
So we didn't do that this time. I just mean that it's no longer 1937, and we absolutely wrote a Snow White that is
not going to be saved by the prince.
She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love.
This didn't sit well with longtime Disney fans who view the 1937 original as sacred. That film literally saved the company and defined the future of animation. To hear the star of the remake trash it so openly, that didn't go down well. And Rachel didn't stop there. She once said she should be paid for every hour someone streams the movie online. Yes, she demanded hourly streaming residuals, as if she was out doing death-defying stunts like Tom Cruise. It came across as arrogant and completely out of touch with how audiences view actors, especially those stepping into such a beloved role. Every time she opened her mouth, fans felt more alienated.
And she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be, and the leader that her late father told her that she could be if she was fearless, fair, brave, and true.
But the biggest controversy? Rachel's political meltdown on social media. In the middle of a highly polarized election cycle, she took to Instagram and posted an unfiltered rant about Donald Trump and his supporters. She said, and I quote, "May Trump supporters and Trump voters and Trump himself never know peace." That one post exploded. She followed it with even more, calling Trump supporters a deep sickness and accusing them of having no help, no counsel, no humanity. Whether you agree with her politics or not, this kind of messaging was a disaster for a family-friendly Disney project. Half the country took offense, and hashtag boycott Snow White started trending. People demanded Disney fire her, and while Disney wanted to, it was too late. They'd already filmed the movie, and the damage was done. Disney tried to salvage things. Rachel issued a half-hearted apology, saying she let her emotions get the best of her and that she was sorry for contributing to negative discourse. But by that point, nobody was buying it. The apology felt forced, like Disney PR had a gun to her head. And then came the media spin, articles popping up calling her misunderstood, painting her as a bold feminist fighting against outdated narratives. But the internet wasn't having it. Every new attempt to rehab her image was met with people pointing out all the things she had said over the past year. It became clear, Rachel Zegler had burned her bridge with the audience. Then there were the reviews. Snow White wasn't just a financial flop, it was a critical failure too. The movie received one of the lowest Rotten Tomatoes scores for a Disney remake and was slapped with a cinema score of B+. That might sound okay, but for a Disney fairy tale film, that's extremely low. Most get an A or higher. The general consensus was simple. People didn't like the film, and they really didn't like Rachel in it. Rachel would need to do more than just apologize. She'd need to show real humility. And as much as Disney tried to fix it, the tragic part is that the film didn't just fail Rachel, it failed everyone involved. But what do you think? Did Rachel deserve all this backlash? Or was she just misunderstood? Or is this the end of her time in the spotlight? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear from you.